there, doggy.
I know, right? Hello, and welcome to the podcast. I'm Marisa.
And I'm Ariana.
And we're the Krolmeister sisters. As a reminder, this podcast is rated T for teen for strong language and mature themes.
If you don't like that, tough. Or you could just go somewhere else. Like to Her Interactive's very own podcast, Unlocked, where they talk to people about things.
But not us yet.
But not us yet. We're working on it.
Give us a call, Tammy Tucky.
Come on, Tammy.
So, what are we talking about today, sister?
Well, hopefully, we're talking about suspects who were most obviously not the culprit, also who obviously were the culprit. Were we doing both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're talking about obvious people.
Yeah. Obvious people.
Those what's the word? Just gentle throws, you know, where they're softballing, you know, where they're like softballing. Sorry. They're not even really trying to convince you either which way, and it's like, oh, okay. I believe this person has motive. Wink.
Yeah. First, before we actually get to the bulk of our talk here tonight, our TED Talk,
yeah.
God, I completely lost that train of thought. What was I saying?
I don't know, sister.
Oh, the sweepstakes. The sweepstakes.
Oh.
That Her Interactive is doing right now.
Yes, please explain this to me.
If you pre-order a copy of Midnight in Salem,
mm-hmm.
you are automatically entered into the giveaway, which has such things as an alien laptop, an alien mouse, an alien headset.
Oh.
So, you know, Alienware really sponsored that, I guess.
I was gonna say, did they just get some, like, extra swag and they're looking to give it away?
Yeah. But the thing is apparently sweepstakes where you have to buy something to enter are illegal in the U.S.
Okay.
That makes it
I was like,
lottery.
that doesn't sound right. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be no purchase.
Yeah, it should be no purchase necessary, but it's valid to have it so that they pay to get entered into it. That's valid for the people who buy something to donate, basically. But a lot of people are disagreeing that this is illegal on the Facebook page. They're just like, you stop it, Debbie Downer. Lots of stuff like that. So,
like, I'm sorry, it's a downer for me to talk about you flaunting the legal system, but you know.
So that's the new Midnight in Salem shenanigans update.
Oh, Her Interactive and their shenanigans.
Their shenanigans, like the and the Xbox One controller, which was the only thing that wasn't Alienware.
Oh, then how'd that get mixed up in there?
I don't know.
Like, we don't want to make our console players feel left out.
You can't buy mid on console,
but
yet.
But
okay, so now we're gonna get on to our regularly scheduled topic of obvious people. Who are they? What are they doing? Let's find out.
More interestingly, what aren't they doing? Not convincing me of anything, that's for sure.
Okay, so people who were obviously not the villains. Like, never in your life did you think they were the villains. Yeah. And I'm going to start the list with Hotchkiss, because I think she is supposed to be a suspect, but I never thought of her as a suspect.
No, she just
I
liked
thought of her
Marie
as a phone
Antoinette.
friend. Like, never thought she was a suspect, ever.
I think we're just supposed to think that. Just it's another case of coded as being, you know, crazy. They're like, don't trust crazy people. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
All right.
That
Thanks.
is sadly the message in a couple of these, I feel.
There's quite a few of these. You shouldn't trust that one. That one's crazy. Okay, you know what? It doesn't. They don't hesitate to call Hotchkiss especially crazy.
It's true. It's ridiculous and rude.
Yeah. I'm not saying I disagree with the assessment. I'm just saying
that as a crazy person.
Right.
I don't think.
As a crazy person, I am personally offended with being told that I can't be trusted.
I know, right? But yeah. Also, Jim Archer.
That lump of dough couldn't do anything.
No, he was so very sad and clueless about the world. Yeah.
He thought she was real. He saw Josiah Crowley like every day, but he still had no idea.
Yeah.
That sweet, sweet, simple man.
Pretty much. Same note, Pa.
He's just a sad, grieving widower.
Yeah, he is. But,
pester him and treat him like a criminal. Like, hey.
I mean, the only thing he's a criminal about is basically having script at his store. You know, he doesn't take money. He only takes paw pennies. And it's like, how do you get paw pennies?
Yeah, that's not real clear, right? I was trying to remember how that works.
I mean, we just picked them up everywhere. That's how we got paw pennies.
How do other people get paw pennies? You exchange them for real currency?
This is an alternate universe, so... In this universe,
it's legal tender.
It's legal tender completely. That's what the entirety of America is using.
Everybody's using paw pennies. Yep. They used to call them in the day paw pennies, but they decided to go with, paw pennies, really separate the syllables.
Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah.
Patrick.
He is the most pure, good thing in the world.
Yeah.
Not once did anybody ever suspect Patrick. Which I feel like they really missed out on golden opportunity there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would have hated them making me not like Patrick by making him be a bad guy. But no, I just would have hated them. So never mind. They didn't miss out on anything. I love Patrick.
He's good.
He's so good.
He's just good. He's a good boy. He's the personification of a gigantic Labrador.
He is. And he gets all excited.
Yeah. Honestly, Patrick is just the best character in anything ever.
I mean, rugby's basically just fetch, right?
Yeah. But very, very rough.
Rough fetch. So, like, when you have those dogs that, like, climb all over each other trying to get the ball to bring it back. You're like, guys, stop it. Guys!
Yeah.
Bruce, Ozzy, stop!
Yeah. Sorry. Cowboy Dave.
Like that dumb could do anything. He's, from the beginning, he is just he's like a gerbil. That's the best, like, likeness I could come up with. He's just, like, all, like, cute and happy and looking for affection and completely oblivious to what the fuck is going on around him. He's like, oh, I don't know about that, man. I just fixed the chicken coop.
Except we fixed the chicken
coop.
We
fixed the chicken coop, Dave!
Come on, Dave.
Get your shit together, Gregory. Because that's his last name, right? His last name's Gregory?
Yeah, it is.
Excellent. I often have trouble with his name, and I have no idea why. There's just this weird mental block.
Also, Jeff Akers.
Yeah.
Because he's the most lawful good character.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to suspect him just because we're supposed to be like, oh, he's getting his nose in everybody's business. It's like, the man is just trying to keep order in his park.
Yeah, like, everyone's supposed to suspect him because he's the grandson of the other Akers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he would have known about the treasure. But then why would he get a job? Why would he go through all of the training it takes to be able to get a job as a park ranger.
Also a dog. He also got a dog.
Also a dog.
Started saying dog.
I did start saying dog.
Yeah, I feel like the dog was the more important part of that sentence, and that's why you decided to put it first instead of job. It's like, what does Jeff Akers have? A weird haircut. Yeah, but beside that. But yeah, never suspected Jeff Akers, even for half a second.
No. I was way more distrustful of the random man who camped out outside the cabin at night.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I gotta tell you.
It's like, why the fuck are you on her property? Because this is definitely on Sally's property. Why do we just let that trespasser there?
Call the police, Nancy, or at least call the ranger.
Yeah.
That's what he's there for.
Yeah.
Also,
so
if you get bit or something, he can call for help because he's not legally allowed to help you.
Yeah. So, anyone else that we think was obviously not the villain?
I mean,
Mrs. Drake.
Yeah, Mrs. Drake was never... I mean, for her to do anything, that would require, a lot of breaking of her own rules. And she is nothing if not a stickler for those rules that she sets. Yeah.
She is lawful neutral.
Yeah. She is...
doing bureaucracy for bureaucracy's sake.
There's no reason for the bureaucracy, but she demands it be kept in her home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows why?
And on that note, also Millie from Stay Tuned for Danger in the chat says that.
True. Yeah. But I don't know. Were we supposed to suspect Millie? I guess we were. Yes. Yeah, because she wrote fan fiction.
Yeah.
Essentially.
And she was crazy. Don't trust the crazies, as we've already established at the beginning of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So...
what are the other don't trust the crazies that it's like, geez, we never suspected this person?
Denal.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Dear sweet Denal. He's an alcoholic,
It's true. And that is a discriminatory stereotype.
It really is.
Also, who else?
Dieter.
Ingrid Corey.
Oh, Ingrid Corey. I don't know. I still get. I understand that her being a suspect because a culprit. Just because she does have a lot of she's more secretive than anybody else in the game, so I get suspecting her.
Well, no, I get suspecting her, but it is another case of, well, she's just crazy, so that's why part of why.
Yeah. Ugh, she thinks that she can tell when somebody's missing vitamins. I mean...
yeah.
Okay.
Crazy.
No, but I was gonna say, Dieter von Schwesterkrank.
He's supposed to be crazy?
No, not a crazy person, but just somebody else that I didn't,
ever suspect.
Yeah, sorry. Good boy Dieter, who got his heart broke by Manette.
Yeah.
Never once did I think he was a bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason we were supposed to think that was because...
he's German.
She heard a German accent on the phone, so that made anyone with a German accent a suspect? Why were they all speaking English to her?
I don't know. I have no comprehension of what was really going on in that game. The only thing I'm really clear on is that Noisette was with a Nazi and didn't understand why people were upset with her about it.
Yeah. Yeah. She sure showed them.
Yeah.
By stealing art.
By stealing art and keeping
it safe.
That belongs in a museum. Applicable.
Yep.
That game's a a roller coaster, man, because I love the hell out of it, but also it is dumb. Anyway, characters we never suspected.
The dog is still upstairs. We thought they moved out.
Oh, but you hear the dog?
But I hear the dog and it's very upset.
Poor baby.
Yeah, you can hear it on my Audacity recording. It's fine. So, anyone else who definitely wasn't?
That dog definitely isn't.
It's true.
You know what? On the same level, never suspected any of the animals of being the bad guys. Yeah. Even when they were framed as such, like the dogs in Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. Never once thought they were anything other than adorable Rottweiler doggies.
Puppies. Yeah. So, people who were obviously
I did, however, suspect Lulu. I'll be honest. I'm still not sure Lulu wasn't working with Jane. I feel like Lulu may have been an accomplice.
Same with Cuckoo.
Cuckoo is just an extortionist. Just trying to get what they want. But
yeah. Someone who was obviously a villain was Victor.
Oh my god.
The moment we saw him, we were like, oh, it's Jeff Bridges.
We're like, oh look, it's the bad guy.
Exactly. He was strongly villain-coded.
The villain genes were strong in him.
Yeah. Jane in Secret of the Old Clock.
Yeah.
She was just obviously the person who did it.
She just kept doing she tried to do what her interactive does to us, where they're like, oh, I don't know. They're crazy. Don't trust them. That was closer to being a good Jane.
Yeah, closer.
It was closer. It was the weird little voice I did earlier.
Yeah. So Jane definitely, I mean, she just constantly was gaslighting her.
Yeah.
And it was very obvious.
Nancy doesn't really dispel, she doesn't like go, no, look, Emily, look, this is how the thing happened with the wall. She doesn't try to explain it. She doesn't try to dispel her fears, even though we find it. So really, Nancy's a contributing factor to that gaslighting. I'm just saying.
Nancy was complicit.
She was complicit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Taylor Sinclair.
Oh my god.
The moment he surprises you from behind you in the garden, it's just like, wow, you are the villain.
Do not corner me in a place where there's nobody else.
Exactly. No, and then he's like, come by my office. And Nancy fucking does.
It's like, no.
She goes to a secondary location.
Seriously. There's a lot. And she takes the subway there too. So it's just like, dude.
Maybe this is just an alternate universe.
She just wants to get stabbed. I have a whole video about how Nancy just has a death wish. I mean,
it's true.
That's my strong theory.
Yeah. Also, Scott was obviously the villain.
Yes.
Like, not even, like, accounting for the fact that the Immature Sleuth blog, you know,
ruined it.
Revealed it. But it was under a puzzle. No one could get a puzzle. That was incredibly easy.
Like, it was, again, one of those times where they showed us the character art and we went, oh, he's the bad guy.
Yeah. He just looks like the bad guy. Everything he does, it's like from the very beginning, it's very obvious that he's the one who's sabotaging stuff, and, you know, and he's a scary man who yells at us.
Yeah, I don't like being yelled at. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so...
same goes for Victor. Basically, any of these male characters who like just aggressively yell at Nancy, not a fan, immediately suspicious.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like, nope.
Except for Tex.
Because he never yells at her. He just speaks gruffly, and he tells her what's what. And go clean the stalls. Why doesn't he ever have her do that?
No, he has us do the delicate task of feeding them all.
And killing them. I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate it so much.
But yeah. Other ones who are really obvious.
Well, while we're on the subject of Secret of Shadow Ranch.
Kids, well, I can talk to
Shorty. Shorty Thurgood.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm on point with the names tonight.
I was the one who said Wilkstaya, okay?
Okay, but I'm the one who knew Willoughby and how to spell it, and I'm...
Thurmond.
No, I promise.
Shorty Thurmond.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Shorty, immediately you're like, this guy isn't talking, for lack of a better term, he's not talking straight with you. Which, we'll go over the whole queer coding thing, whatever chance we get. But, but no, they made it very clear he just sort of snakes around, and we're supposed to think it's friendly, but like, especially with I feel like especially with girls, it's like, no, I know that's suspicious behavior. I've been told to watch out for it already. Just saying.
Yeah. From the chat, from the moment I had met Dwayne, I suspected him as the villain. I mean, it's pretty obvious as well.
Yeah.
In that game that, like, you could maybe suspect Lillian, I guess. But otherwise, it's like, he's the only one who has, like, a huge motive.
Yeah.
You know? So.
I will be honest, though. While I didn't know it was Dwayne Powers, I strongly suspected the only person on the motherfucking island of kidnapping Bess. Who else would it be?
It's the only suspect.
There's literally nobody else there.
Maybe George did it. George snapped. Just fucking snapped.
There? Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Not really sure where it left off, though,
fine.
So hopefully we don't have to do too much editing with that.
It's fine.
It's fine. This one's gonna be mine anyway.
Yeah.
You get the 45-minute one!
Yay! I'm so excited.
You just can't hide it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm real excited.
Who else was super obvious? Abdullah.
Oh yeah, definitely Abdullah.
Yeah, and he literally says, right? So everyone's like, it was a lightning strike. But then Abdullah says he's very thick-headed as, like, the joke.
Mm-hmm.
And how would that be explained if he just thought that he was hit by lightning and not knowing that he got hit in the back of the head?
It's like, I think this guy did it.
Pretty much. It's like, right then, you're like, I didn't say that he had blunt head trauma, but he does. Yeah.
Yeah. And while it's one of those Murder on the Orient Express things, in Labyrinth of Lies...
Wow, you just ruined the ending of...
You know what? It's been out for, 100 years? Okay, not 100
not
years.
100
but still,
years.
It's been out for a long time.
Yeah.
Y'all can catch up.
It's true. It's a good
There have
book,
been several movie versions.
You should read the book. It's actually good.
Yeah. It's actually one of the next ones on my list.
Well, it's very good.
They're making an ABC's, you know the one, the ABC Murder? Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're making a movie version of it.
With who?
I don't remember.
Is it, like...
Oh, shit. It's like...
Is it What's His Guts again? His own Kenneth Branagh? Isn't that
No. It's, shoot. Oh, it's, I think it's John Malkovich, I want to say.
Oh, yeah, it's that. Yeah, he's also done an
Oh, really?
ABC
Because
murder.
his accent is atrocious. And I'm like, no, he's not Poirot.
No.
I'm like, nope, this don't sit right with me.
So back to the fact that even though it's a Murder on the Orient Express
right.
type deal.
For sure, no matter what, you always know that Thanos did it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. He's another one of those dudes. He just exudes villainous energy. And that's not because he's down in the thing, being Hades. It is because he is a scary dude.
Yeah. Uncle Steve. Seriously Kill Remastered.
Call
Very
me
obvious.
Uncle Steve. No, thank you.
I hate him.
Take your glasses and your mustache and go. I will not be taking candy and getting into your van. No.
And someone in the chat says that Mitch Dillon is the least suspected villain.
Go figure. We didn't realize it was going to be someone who wasn't there.
Some random dude with a gun.
With a gun.
Yeah, that's the scary
Killing
part.
teenagers.
Just apparently.
Because are we going to go over... That is a teenager who was murdered.
Yeah, but he was a dick, so everyone said, fair
Right?
enough.
It's like, Jesus, it doesn't matter that he was mean. He was still murdered.
And still a teenager.
He was a child.
It's true. And he got fucking murdered.
He got murdered.
Yeah, and that's the first game. They're just like, let's just throw the kids into it.
Throw him into it.
Murder case.
How many murder cases does Nancy have?
2. In the games.
In the
Obviously,
games, yeah.
more in the actual books.
Because there's so many that eventually you gotta come back around to murders again. Because, like, there's only so many crimes people can commit.
Yeah.
Only so many hauntings that can be staged. Only so much Scooby-Doo shenanigans that you can do before Scooby-Doo's a thing.
Exactly. I completely lost.
You zoned out while I was talking.
I did. Just lost my attention. So I'm just agreeing with you.
Yeah, man. For sure. For sure.
So those are, in our opinion, the most obvious not suspects and most obvious...
We are going to have to come up with a better title for this, sister. The most and least obvious of suspects.
Exactly. If you guys want to tell us what we just said...
Whatever the fuck we just talked about for half an hour.
Please let us know on our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, and our fancy website, krolmeistersisters.knifefightclub.com.
You can also find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and Spotify. And there, you can rate and review or whatever. Mm-hmm. And you can let us know how awesome, and you can let everybody else know how awesome you think our podcast is. Yes! Fucking nailed it.
Yeah!
Yeah!
You can also subscribe to our Twitch, where you can get access to our cute little wine glass emote, as well as podcast night VODs. Or you can support us on Patreon, where you get access to podcast night VODs. You can suggest topics.
I thought for a second you were going to be like, well, you can get little... You're going to just repeat the same things you said for Twitch, and it's like, sister.
As well as weekly stream cat pictures.
That even our mom doesn't get to see, but I get to see them because that's how Reese puts them on the internet.
That's what makes it much easier to go from my phone to my computer. It just is. So, as a reminder, I'm Marisa.
And I'm Ariana.
And we're the Krolmeister sisters, and we're asking you guys to stay sleuthy.
There, doggy.
I know, right?